Hello, and welcome to another episode of Carnivore Evolution. I'm your host, Victoria Olson, and today our special guest is BNS Srinivas, and he's coming to us all the way from India. I'm in the United States, and we are so happy to have this young man with us today. He's very accomplished, and he's written a book called The Superhuman Code, and it's an extremely helpful, practical guide to getting your life unstuck, getting yourself going, and being the person you want to be, ideally. And I'm so happy to see you, PNS. Welcome to the show. Hello, hello.
Thank you, Victoria. And perfectly, you nailed my name. So I'm glad someone is pronouncing my name correctly. So thank you for
Did
that.
I? Oh my goodness! I'm so happy I did that. Thank you. Now we know that you have a history as a carnivore, and you've done many things since you started that. As I knew you years ago. Would you please tell us how you came to carnivore? Your history, your backstory on your carnivore journey, please.
Sure, I would love to. So actually, I was preparing for a government examination back then, which required an intense study schedule. Like I have to start reading in the morning and until like late night. It's like 15, 16 hours of study every day for an year, like more than a year. So it's like very intense schedule and like a million people will write it, but only like 100 people will get it into it.
Oh
So
boy.
it's like a very competitive space. So I have been studying for that at that time. In that process, I gained weight, a lot of weight. So I was like very, I don't know how to translate exactly, but it's I was like 97 kgs almost. So it's
Yeah.
a lot. So I
Yeah, thank you
gained,
very much. Yes.
yeah, so it's like I gained a lot of weight. And from childhood onwards, I have been a positive person. Like I always talked about optimistic things. But I had this feeling that whenever I talk about such things, if I look fat and I do not feel the best, I feel that I'm not following what I preach. So then I started like researching like how to lose weight. And then I started doing some like Japanese breathing techniques and the rainbow on the platter and everything that you imagine, like the HIIT training, everything. But still, I was not losing the fat. I was still gaining. So
Mm.
I tried. And do you by any chance know Tom Bilyeu?
Mm, no.
So Tom Bilyeu is a billionaire who sold his company and he started interviewing some people. So in that process, I saw his interview with Dr. Ken Berry.
Oh.
So when I saw that interview, suddenly everything that I heard in the mainstream, I started doubting them, and I started to read his book. When I started to read his book, I felt like wow moments a lot of times, and I thought that if I read one book, I'm getting such knowledge. What if I read two, 10, 20, 30? In that process, I read like 700 books, and I understood a lot of mechanism behind it. And through Dr. Kinberry, I found Sean Baker, and then I joined like MeetRx, which used to be like Sean Baker's. Um,
Yes, Meet
yeah,
RX. I
okay.
remember that.
Now
Yeah.
I think it's Revero. I think they changed the name to Revero.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I started that, and I thought, why not do that? And started this carnivore diet. And at the end of the day, I lost 60 pounds on that journey.
Yeah.
And then I got so much of knowledge from this experience, and I thought, why should I not make some videos about that? Especially in my country, I went to the YouTube channels and I searched like health information online. And then when I went there, some people like are so blatantly lying that people are so gullible that they do not understand what they're listening or seeing.
Mhm.
So one example is that some person said that you have to eat wheat every day because it has uranium in it.
Uranium. Yes. Oh my goodness. So scary. Crazy, crazy, crazy.
No, they
Woo.
are saying to eat wheat because you will get uranium, which is good for your health, which is,
No.
I don't know what to
No.
say, and people do not realize
That
that they
is
use it in the
awful.
nuclear weapons. So I got
Mm.
so frustrated, and actually, I have an English channel where I interview experts like Dr. Ken Berry, Wim Hof,
Mhm.
everyone. And I got so frustrated that I made a video in Telugu, which is my native language in India, southern
Mhm.
part of India. And that's how I started gaining followers. And in 48 days, I got like 100,000 followers, subscribers, and the journey continues. That's how I got into carnivore.
Wow, wow. But I know personally that you do not eat beef. And in the western part of the world, at least, and maybe further east, a lot of people think beef is the be all and end all of being on the carnivore diet. So if you would tell us how you approached it and what you did.
Yes. So when someone thinks about carnivore diet, they think about beef, right? So in India we uh, like worship cow, so it's not an option.
Mhm,
So what's the best next meat? It's of course some kind of ruminant animal. So for us, it is lamb. Like for the
mhm,
form of lamb I eat is ram. So
mhm.
we that's a popular meat here, but expensive one. So we started doing that, and I found that it was even like more powerful when I did that, and like
Yes.
because it's how to say that here in India, if you think poultry like chicken, they might get injected with antibiotics, but I think the
Mhm,
lamb and every other thing, they raise it pretty well. They grass fed it, so it's really
mhm,
good, and that's how I got into it. So I do
mhm,
majorly with lamb, and then
mhm,
somehow like if I am a little bored, I would add some kind of shrimp and chicken and stuff as an extra dish, not to replace lamb. So
mhm.
that's how I do it.
Wow, I know lamb is wonderful. It really is very much the equal of beef. But
Yes.
here in the States, we don't get very good lamb. We get the kind of lamb that's usually raised for its wool, and therefore it has a very strong, gamey flavor of from the lanolin. And for in other countries like in Australia and New Zealand, they have the hair lamb that has the finer taste. And I'm sure that you can get some very
Yes.
good lamb in where you
Yes.
are.
Yes, and like recently I got married, right? And before that, like I
Hmm.
have used to invite a lot of people from a lot of countries to our home, and whenever they come to our home, they just eat lamb first, and then they are
Hmm.
shocked, like this is so nice. Why don't we have that?
Yes,
And they start to
yes.
eat a lot. So
Such a
once we
difference, such a difference.
yes,
Do you also eat goat?
majorly I eat ram. Goat is also eaten in India, but not like popular meat.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Not very popular. Yeah, it's a little gamey flavor. Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Um, so how long were you carnivore before you lost your 50 pounds?
So actually, I started losing weight when I went on carnivore. So I started it
Mhm.
on like 2020 January, and then I lost like 20 pounds, more than 25 pounds in the first month itself.
Mhm.
Somehow it miraculously worked because before that month I practiced like I stopped vegetable oils and I stopped junk food and sugars and everything. And then in January I started it, and I somehow lost like more than 20 pounds in the first month, and
Mhm.
then slowly in the 6 months I lost 60 pounds.
Wow, wonderful. I'd like to get into your book, The Superhuman Code. It's really so practical and so helpful and so complete in its approach. You've done a masterful job. I can't say enough good things about it. I'm very impressed. I
Thank
know
you.
it's about and you do emphasize diet. You know that's the interest for us on our channel. That's the very basic, the beginning of it, and about how you feel and how you spend your time to get movement, to get sleep, and it starts with self-analysis, self-examination, and I think that's just amazing. Could you tell us a bit about the development of your book and how you came to write it? I know you're a voracious reader, and I'm sure you've been inspired by others, but tell us about your story with your book, please.
Yeah, sure. So, as you know, the reason why I started making videos is because I wanted to help a lot of people to come out of the misinformation. And whenever I see a lot of misinformation going on outside, I feel frustrated. So and also like I always had this itch to write a book, and even in my graduation, like in my college, I used to challenge my friends that someday I will write a book, and I'm glad that I wrote the book just recently. To be honest, like I will let you know a secret. I wrote the book in 1 month.
In what?
So I wrote the book in 1 month.
What?
Yes, I
No,
did.
it's so comprehensive and it touches on so many subjects. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. It must have been inspired. You must be inspired to write this book.
Yeah,
I'm
like
so sure that.
literally, I'm blessed to write that book in a record time because see, I already make 600 videos till now on my channel, which covers a lot
Hmm.
of areas, and I'm
Hmm.
glad that I'm blessed with such a memory when I'm interested in some things. That
Hmm.
it flew so fast that I knew like bam, 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 this chapter, this chapter, this chapter. Like I know how to do that. And if you see the like book also, this does not have a linkage. Like you can literally open any chapter and you could read it. It does not have
Yes,
like a
pick it up
linkage to it.
anywhere. Yes. Hmm. I
So
love it.
that's
I love it.
so
But you
every
got,
yeah, every chapter reflects one of my videos I did before, so I have this structure already ready in my brain. So I'm glad that it. See, literally, I completed this book a lot before, but because of the cover design and the pub to get the publisher, it took some time.
yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I just want to cover some of the topics that it's got. You talk about, um, oh, diet, how you feel, how you spend your time, the importance of movement, the importance of sleep, um, junk light, and
Yeah.
we'll get to that soon about the blue blockers. Uh, the subtraction method, self discipline, calories, hormone balance, the problem of the environment, plastics, um, sunlight, breathing, sugar, junk information, oxalates, medical advice, genes and destiny, mindset, water, weight, belly fat, your aboriginal compass, uh, and how to start. It's so comprehensive, and there's so much more than that. It's just amazing and wonderful. And my favorite chapter, I have to say, is stop doing stupid things to your health. I love
Yes.
that chapter name. That's hilarious. So, wow, that you have, I know that you have interviewed so many people. And tell us a bit about your channel and your evolution with that.
Yeah. So while I was losing the fat, I got interested in a lot of others. Like for example, Ken Berry. He was the first one to come on my channel even when I had like zero subscribers. And now I'm glad that he wrote the foreword to my book. So
Oh,
that's
I
something
know
I'm
that's wonderful. Yes,
so
fantastic.
I really love that. And see, like I develop interest in a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I used to read a book which intrigued me, I used to contact the author, and somehow some miracle would happen, and they would come straight to my for the interview. Like in that
Wonderful.
similar way, like when I interviewed Wim Hof, you might know him as the Iceman.
Yes, yes. Wim
So
Hof.
yeah, he
Goodness,
was
what an icon.
yes, and I was the first Indian to interview him.
Really?
So yeah, I have been extremely lucky with a lot of people. I think when you have the real true intent to help people, universe will back it up with its efforts, and that's how it
Yes,
happened. Literally, you know
yes.
Jordan Peterson, right? I got the first
Hmm.
opportunity in India to interview him because of his
Wow.
health reasons. It got postponed, and now he's having a lot of health issues. But somehow, like whomever you think, some people would charge like a lot, like $50,000 for an interview, but still they came for free on my channel. I believe like
Hmm.
when you have unwavering commitment to help people and explore the potential of our life, I think universe will definitely use its invisible hands to help us. So that's how I always
Yes,
believe.
I agree. Yes, we're nonprofit here, and we're hoping to get some of those amazing leaders in the carnivore community to come talk to us too. It's
Yeah.
wonderful that you've done all that. Um, you also, um, have an interest in what you call biohacking, but with what I think carnivores would think is the way to live properly and healthily. So tell us a little bit about your business and what that is.
Yeah, I would love to. So I feel that we should promote something that we ourselves wants to use. So if you go to my channel, I never take sponsorships. 99.9% I never take sponsorship. So from people, I never take
Mhm.
promotions and anything. I only promote
Really?
the things I use and which
Yes.
I got benefited from. And some of them are like Blu-ray blocking glasses. Before I
Mhm.
started this company, we had like 30 pieces of them already for my family members, like everyone I used to promote, and it's like for me. And like I made a video about the teaching this about the glasses. Like there's a company in Australia that I promoted, and I made one video, and guess how many people brought it, like how much worth of dollars, like from
Oh,
one
I didn't know.
video. From, imagine that I'm from India. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just made one video explaining about the glasses. Can you guess how much worth of dollars that people bought?
I don't know. A million? Did you make $1 million? US?
Not, but $400,000.
Oh my
So
goodness. Oh my goodness. In sales. You did that much in
yes,
sales.
yes, I did in,
Internationally?
yeah, like,
Internationally?
no, in India. In India, I did.
Oh, in India alone?
Yes,
Oh
I
my
only in
goodness.
India. I
That's
then
fantastic.
understood. Thank you. So I then understand that yes, Indians do like to purchase something that will help them if it comes from a
Mhm.
credible source. So I have
Yes.
been thinking that why should I not
Mhm.
promote myself, like create a company? And I went through a lot of process and everything, and finally I introduced my own biohacking company where I promote the glasses and red light therapy. So those two
Mhm.
things I do here.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I think the alternative way to go is really what carnivores embrace. We understand that. We really get it. We
Yeah, like
understand.
even see Victoria, see, we are not promoting something that I'm not asking people to inject something. I'm not saying that. See, we want to live ancestrally appropriate, right? So from
Yes.
hundreds of thousands of years, we do not have much like this blue light in the night. So now we are filled with it.
Yes.
So don't you think that we'll face some kind of consequence
Of
regarding that? There
course,
would
of
be
course.
repercussions. So I
Hmm.
thought, what's the best way? So these work for me because, like, see, I was the first person to get Aura Ring in India. So back
Really?
then, to
Hmm.
2017, I got them, and at that time, I used to wear them and I used to test with my Aura Ring. And guess how
Hmm.
much was my deep sleep? Deep sleep is one of the very important metric.
I
Uh,
remember reading about it. 3 hours of the deep REM sleep.
Yes,
Yes.
3.5 hours of
Fantastic.
deep sleep itself. So I felt that these are like miraculous because you don't need anything. You literally keep it and it will block the blue light, which is common sense. So I
Hmm.
think it is very simple for people to understand as well. So that's why I created something. So this is what I consider. Like I bring world class concepts and technologies to Indian people. So that's what
Hmm.
my thing here.
Yes. And to the rest of the world too. You have written that book in English. You published in English primarily now, and I love it. I just love that book. I think it's a wonderful handbook for getting yourself straightened out physically, health wise, mentally. It's just really. If you were to say, would I don't know. It's almost like saying who's your favorite child. What would you say is a good way to approach reading your book?
Um, so I wrote this book as a common sense bringer. So I want people to think through common sense and start to question some mainstream things that's going on.
Mhm.
I ask people to literally go through the contents first. Contents, and then whatever some people might have sleep issues, they could literally directly go to the chapter where I talk about sleep. Some people
Mhm.
might have issues with the exercise, they don't want to exercise, they can go back to that. For me,
Mhm.
what I recommend is that just go through the contents and then like you will feel that something is interesting, and once you get hooked, you will be reading the entire book. Because I have been receiving all 5-star reviews on Amazon, and they are saying that
Hmm.
I read this book in 3 hours, 4 hours, like it's so easy to read. So that's what I wanted to
Yes.
inspire. I do not want language to be a barrier, because many people try to write in a way that it is so flowery, and they try to make it look so like very nice. But I
Mhm.
want people to literally, a small kid could go and grab this book and read it. So that's what my aim was.
Yes, it's so accessible. It really is. It's so beautifully written. I have to compliment you on that. It really is such an
Thank you.
available book. The information is there. And I want to ask you too. I know you have a YouTube channel for the Tegulu Superhumans. Do you are you what is your role there? Are you coaching people and helping them through? Is it has that become a part of your life now?
So the Telugu Superhumans, as I said, like I bring world class information in my native language. So whatever I read, whomever I interview, like wherever, whatever kind of experience I gain, I put my own spin on it, and I just make videos for the people. Whatever chapter you read here, I already made an in-depth video on in my Telugu channel. So it's like
Mhm.
people are now bogged down by a lot of misinformation, and they are unable to hear what's the real truth. So I wanted
Mhm.
to become someone that people could like trust me without having much of cynicism. And I'm glad that I achieved it. Even if you go to the comments below, you will see a lot of comments saying that you are the only person I trust about health. So I'm
Yes.
glad that I do that here. Yeah.
Well, you certainly have established yourself by bringing so much integrity to what you do, everything you touch. It's really that way. I want. I'm. It's very topical these days for carnivores to hear that people should be eating carbs. And one of the segments of your book is about your 90-10 eating methodology. Could you tell us about that and explain what you meant by that?
Yeah. So this is how I do it. Like every year, 1 month I will go 100% carnivore. Because when you do 100% carnivore, you will feel really good. Like that's, I have to admit that. But this is life. And I know that, see, carnivore is a tool to live better. But it's not. See, I will tell you. What is the goal of meditation? It is not to become a meditator, it's to become a better human being, right? That's the context.
Mhm.
So when you
Yes.
do carnivore or any kind of type, the goal is to become a better human being. People have this zero sum ideology that if I do it 100%, I will do it. I will, otherwise, I will do nothing. That's not what I'm saying. When it is in your control, try to do as strict as possible. But when there are some situations when you go out or when you go to other countries or something, you just, it's okay, like to enjoy it. That's how you can maintain sustainability. I always consider consistency over intensity. Many people focus on the intensity and they will burn out and they will go back to the old ways. I do not recommend that. The 90-10 is came from that. Whenever I'm in the home, I never eat outside carnivore anything. But when I go
Hmm.
out or go to a movie, yes, I do eat popcorn and stuff.
Hmm.
It's fine,
Hmm.
because something is better than nothing, and I feel that this is far greater than something. So I feel we should be more focused on sustainability. And if someone could do 100% carnivore, that's awesome. And some people, if they feel, but I do not believe that they should eat a lot of carbs and everything. They should load it off.
Yeah,
Because
understood.
let's use common sense. Hundreds of
Hmm.
thousands, like hundreds of thousands of years back, like we do not have much source of carbs. Yes, we might eat a berry here and there and some kind of carbs, but it's not our main meal. If you search that throw away everything and eat a lot of carbs, it's not good. But rice is a better form of carbohydrate in my opinion. In India also we eat rice when we
Hmm.
compare with wheat, because wheat has a lot of gluten and other stuff. And one of the sad state of affairs is that here a lot of people ditched rice recently to go for wheat. I
Hmm.
feel very bad for that because they think that they will lose weight for that, by doing that. So at the end of the day, what I want to say is that yes, you could eat carbs when you want. if you do a lot of 90% strict, then the 10% is fine.
Yes. Yes. It's
So there's
very
nothing problem.
practical.
See, many people come to this diet from a bad diet, right? So even if you do 90% or 80% better, it's not a
Yes.
problem. So it's not
Yes.
all or nothing.
So practical. So very
So
practical because I believe a lot of people are already doing 90-10 and everywhere around the world when they're carnivore and not necessarily admitting to it. But yours is a very realistic
yes,
approach and a very good way to help people feel more flexible about what might otherwise be a restrictive diet in their estimation. Yeah, that
yes,
really. So
yes.
your philosophy seems to be laid out in
We
this
never
book.
should put dog.
Say again?
Yes, we never should put doctrines or dogmas. Like we should never
Yes, dogma.
like these becomes like gospel truths that we cannot change sometimes.
Hmm.
But that's not what it is. See,
Yes,
let's imagine like this. Let's consider the use case of it. Like, why did this become popular? Because this has something that heals people. Okay, it does not mean
yes,
that you have to see. That's what happened with a lot of other diets as well. So I feel that carnivore diet is one of the, no, I mean the best diet in the world, in my opinion, because
true.
it covers everything. But it does
Hmm.
not mean that you stick so strictly that you deprive yourself. That's what I feel.
Hmm. I have the electronic version of your book and I did a search for the word carnivore and I don't think I found it in there. But it's there and it's
Yes.
there everywhere.
Yes.
It's omnipresent. Uh, I thought
Yes.
that was very
The reason,
very interesting.
and if you see in my videos, like my weight loss video became one of the like famous videos in India here.
Hmm.
And I never mention carnivore because the reason is if you start labeling things, people get attached to that. So I just
Yes,
want them to get common sense to be poured in their brain,
yes.
first of all. And then they started naming it as Telugu Superhuman's diet. Like, literally, I did not do anything. But
Hmm.
see, when you label it, people get defensive, offensive, they get
Hmm.
divided. And if, but otherwise, you could say that these are the things I did and I lost weight, you could do that. And people started to do that. I never forced people, and somehow people started to get a lot of benefits. And they used to come to live videos when I do that, and they used to cry and they used to present their blood reports, like blood markers and everything. And they used to say
Hmm.
that because of your diet, I got reversed. See, so that word of mouth spread throughout
Hmm.
the place
Yes,
here. That now
yes.
I'm more than 100%
Mhm.
confident that literally like 200,000 300,000 people might have changed to such kind of diet because of the videos I made. So I'm glad.
And that's very powerful. I think word of mouth is. I used to be a computer consultant, and the best way to get a new client, the best way to get someone interested is word of mouth. I think it's very powerful. Yes, and would you please tell us, VNS, about the Lakshmana Rekha, the boundary methodology that you have adopted into the book?
Yeah, I would love to do that, but thank you once again. Actually, we had some internet issues, but we found out
Yes,
the way,
thank you.
and here we go. So, yes, Lakshmana Rekha is a very powerful concept here. So, in Indian history, Lord Rama, like a god called Rama, has a brother and has a wife, and his brother Lakshmana has something. He's very powerful with his bow and arrow, so he draws a line called Lakshmana Rekha. Rekha means line. Lakshmana is him. Lakshman, his name.
Hmm.
So it's
Yes, his
his
line.
boundary. It was so powerful that nothing can ever cross that.
Hmm.
So not any evil or kind of such things. So similarly, I took that concept and applied to the food, diet, everything, that you have to keep some Lakshmana Rekhas for yourself. For example, you could say that I will eat outside food, like I will eat junk food only once per week. That's my Lakshmana Rekha. I would not eat beyond that. So what many people do as a mistake is that they will say that I will eat once per week, but they do not define that line. It could be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So every day you will be thinking that, oh, is it the day I'm going to eat? And you will be constantly in the more to eat like some kind of other food. So it will be very hard for us to control the temptation. So I believe that if we draw ourselves some Lakshmana Rekhas, like a line, bright
Mhm.
line for ourselves, that I will do this, I will do that. So it will become a lot easier. So that's the concept.
Yes, wow. Well, that's a great idea. And I like that for self-discipline, that non-negotiable
Yes.
boundary that you set for yourself. I really believe that a lot of people who are carnivore do indulge. They don't frame it. They don't think about it. They just, it's haphazard, and then they take their time getting back on the track. So I think that the idea of making a definite boundary helps a
Yes.
lot. Pardon me, I've lost my voice. There
That's
is
fine.
a your book is so full of information, and it gives such a universal perspective. And it really is wonderful treatment of the concept of getting your life clear, and also approaching through diet. Is there some part of it you'd like to emphasize for us that maybe we haven't covered yet?
Yeah, see, like what I suggest people to consider is that previously, maybe like 50, maybe 70, 80 years back, some people believed that cigarettes are good for you, and even pregnant women should smoke because it's good somehow. And
Mm-hmm.
if we just go through the mainstream advice and blindly trust the authority, sometimes it would be too late for us to understand. So
Yes.
what I recommend through this book is that don't trust too blindly anyone and try to be curious in everything. Is it
Yes.
applicable evolutionarily? Is it applicable common sense? Through common sense, is it backed by science? If we apply these three filters, I think anyone could get out of that kind of misinformation, and that's what my book tried to promote. Like, use the common sense. See, like for example, the example I told you before, you have to eat wheat because it has uranium in it. Use common sense, and then you
That's
might not.
crazy. Wow. I can't believe anyone would actually say that.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
guess what? The comments in the video, they said that thank you so much for this information.
yes, I saw that. Oh my gosh, that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Um, also, please tell me a little bit about your business and about the products that you're promoting there, that you're selling, especially the glasses,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
eyeglasses.
So the glasses you see, they are mine. So my company, I have Homosapiyen. I believe that Homosapiyen, we as humans are already superhumans. It's just that we are out of alignment with our nature and our evolution. And once we get back, I think we can do very well. And the reason why I wanted to promote such kind of glasses and things is that this is natural to us. It's not something that you're injecting. So for me, biohacking is something that helps us to live ancestrally appropriate. So whatever my company promotes is according to that. So red
Mhm.
light, you might think that what is ancestral appropriate? Yes, it is, because humans used to wake up early, sleep early, so they used to see the sunset and sunrise, and from that they used to get that red light and everything. So now we are not able to do that. So why not use the red light? So that's why I promote such kind of products, and my business is to help people. So, and have fun for myself. So I think it's working very
Mhm. Wow, that's great. Um, with You do say that getting started. How would someone approach getting started on the path that you've laid out in your book?
so yes, I will tell you one thing. Is it better to move 1 inch every month, or not move at all? So even if it's like the marginal improvement, you could go forward. I'm sure that you heard a person called Abraham Maslow. He
Yes.
talks about this. He says that in life there is nothing called only moving forward and staying still. You can either move forward or you move backward. So it's
Hmm.
not that if I do nothing, I will be here stable. No, stability does not arise. So you just go backward. So you have to constantly try to better yourself. So for me, what I recommend is that see the obvious. See the obvious. People try to find like what is that new berry that came in Amazon forest that if I eat, I will become better. Instead of that,
Yes.
see what am I blatantly, like stupidly doing wrong. For example, am I
Hmm.
sleeping every day at 2 a.m. in the morning? Or am I eating too much of junk every day? Is my mood swings so much? Like start to question myself. I will tell you an example. There's a person called Steve Hudson, and he charges $200,000 for coaching, and I got coached by him, and he's a dear friend of mine. And later I understood that if people started to question themselves honestly, you'd never need a coach, because people are too afraid and too, how to say, mm, they're very good at lying to themselves that they do not ask themselves that. So
Yes. Yes.
once you just take a pen and a paper and ask, what are the issues I'm facing right now? Write it. Don't think that why I'm facing. No, just write that down and ask this thing. What's important now? That's the
Yeah.
only question that is very important for you. So
Hmm.
if you see a lot of things, what's important now? Okay, this problem is important now. Let's find solution. That's it. There's nothing that you get beaten down. I never get into that trap, because if you yourself get beaten by your own thoughts, then why would other people will save you? It's like so foolishness. So
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
that's what.
And that makes sense. And you mentioned in the book the Aboriginal compass.
Yes.
I thought that was a great, great idea to start listening to that original voice within you.
Yes, it's like I will tell you. It's like our body try to subtly like tell you things. Like it will give you some feather touches here and there, here and there, here and there. If you can notice, that's great. If you do not notice, then that become heavier, heavier, and then it will like hit you with hammer.
Hmm.
So try to listen the signals. But that happens when you are out of noise. Like these days, whenever people wake up, they just go, okay, this is what they do, and they block out the thoughts and signals that our body is trying to give to
Yes.
us. So
Yes.
try to listen. So that's what I'm asking.
Mhm. Very good. Very good advice. So, what's going to happen for you going forward? Do you have plans that certainly it will include the information in your book? Please tell us going forward and how we can best locate you and find you if we'd like to pursue uh,
Yeah,
information from
sure.
you.
So I have two channels. Telugu Superhumans is my Indian channel, but BNS Goku Great is my
Mm-hmm.
English channel. If you want to contact me, the best place is Instagram, carnivore underscore superstar. That name was given by me, like by Sean Baker and team at that time, because I always
Really?
used to share some stories
That's
at
great.
that time. So that's what happened. So that's the best one. And I have been planning a mega project that I have been like planning for a long time, which will launch on January 1st. So it's like I will ask you one question. So we went to school, college, and everything, and we learned like history, math, like civics, social, everything. Yeah, but did anyone taught you how to live, how to eat, how to focus, how to be good at relationships, how to
No.
like make
We pick
money?
that up accidentally. We don't think about it in a straightforward academic manner, if I
So
could call it
that's
that.
what I'm trying to fill it here. So I'm creating
Mhm.
an online academy where I teach all people in my language here about like by bringing world class information, and I feel that this is going to be like my lifetime product.
Well, certainly if your book is any indication of how that would go, it'd be wonderful. I think you'll
Thank
have
you.
great success with that. Certainly.
Thank you.
Wow. Well, thank you, BNS. Really, really enjoyed this and appreciate your time and your patience with our technical difficulties, which people
It's
may
fun.
notice. But we're going to sign off now, and I certainly would like to talk to you again in the future about your endeavor coming up in January. All right,
Yeah.
then. Well, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Victoria. It's a pleasure because you have such a warm energy for me to come back again to the interview, even though it's the next day we are changing clothes. Yes, but still I was.
Continuity.
Yeah, so literally, I'm grateful for this opportunity. I know we suddenly got, like, we became friends out of nowhere. We suddenly
Yes,
became friends.
yes. I don't even remember how it happened, but it
I
was
mean,
wonderful.
so I'm glad this interview happened so that people, this is what I believe, guys, whoever is watching this video, just remember one thing, that your message could be someone else's medicine. Many
Yes,
people have so many insights with them, so much of experience. You don't need to be a doctor, you don't need to be
yes.
a scientist, but you have experience which is applicable to so many people. So try to share it. It's not about making money, but it's a byproduct. Like, it will, money will come to you
Mhm.
later, but try to share it so that people can get valuable advice straight from your real life example. Because imagine you have a medicine, you try to make the like the box very pretty and try to do all such things. In the meanwhile, many people might die because of the lack of medicine. So try to
Mhm.
share it, even if it's imperfect, but it will become perfect because of all the advice, and you will learn a lot. That's how my channel became into popularity. So I that's something I will request people to
Yes,
consider.
yes. We certainly agree with that philosophy and that approach. Thank you again. Thank you so much, BNS.
Thank you, Victoria.
Right. Take care. Be well. Bye bye.